Alright, here we go. Here's my latest video. Ace Trainer Tom here, as you should know. So, as I posted on Twitter, my newest video was either going to be top 10 Alola forms or something like that, which is going to come out probably tomorrow, but no promises. But it's coming out tomorrow. What was I saying? Oh, right, or it was going to be about the Chinese leaks. This one, I've been delaying for way too long. I just have been super busy, and other things have hit the news and stuff like that. So anyway, we're going to be talking about the Chinese leaks now. Now, I'm not saying these are 100% real. You have to take every leak with a grain of salt all the time. That is unconfirmed, at least. So, let's get right into it. So, the leaks... Can I enlarge this? Okay. So, the leaks talked about the starter... Oh, shit. The starter evolutions... Yeah, the starter evolutions, perfectly. The Chinese leaks, which came out a while ago, it must have been a couple months ago at this point, which said it was like an archer that is an owl, which is Rowlet's evolution, as you can see on the left here, a wrestler, tiger, which you can see in the middle, and a siren, which is water type, as you can see on the far right. Now, there were a bunch of leaks way back when that said these Pokemon were going to be grass flying, fire dark, and water fairy. As we saw in the E3 trailer, Poplio gets disarming voice, which is a very strong hint. Yes, a very strong hint that it's going to be a part fairy type. As for Rowlet, we all know it's going to say grass flying. Like, come on. However, for Litten, you'd think it'd be firefighting, right? But if you look at its coloration, it does appear to have a very dark presence to it, and it does appear to be a very, very kind of dark Pokemon. So I could certainly see the dark type fitting here over the fighting type, especially considering how many firefighting starters we've had. So it wouldn't surprise me that this would be a dark type. Now, there are a lot of people also, thinking how... Shit. Okay, I can't zoom in. Oh well. But apparently they thought they saw right in the middle one here with Mr. Lucha Libre over here. That one of the trial captains was shown in this, and I guess it kind of resembles her, but it also really doesn't. She has a really long face, which is a little weird. She looks more like a dog, which a lot of people have actually thought she's, the Alolan Arcanine, which I thought was completely insane, but she clearly has a human's body. It could be her, just in a prototype stage, in a beta stage or something, but yeah. So that's something to keep in mind, that it could or could not be true, obviously. Moving on. Oh yeah, here she is, Mallow. As you can see here, you can see she has a very flat face here, but here she almost looks like a dog. But she does have the flower in her hair. And look at her hair. Her hair is basically the same. She's wearing the short shorts. So, it's very, very close. This is most certainly the first idea for her, or the second. Now, it's also rumored that the evolution for Litten is holding two of its middle evolutions right here, where you can see these little circles. I can't zoom in. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Dude, some brand new information. Ba-ba-ba-ba. So the anime's Ash Greninja will appear in the game, which I think is a little far-fetched, but hey, man, you never know, that can happen. Easy's Floette, but that wasn't known in the previous generation, so I don't know. It's certainly possible, and I think it'd be very cool if they did. Alolan Rattata and Raticate are dark type. I have a video about Alolan forms coming up, which may or may not involve these. I'm also going to put a part 2 to it, by the way. Anyway, Alolan Butterfree is Bug Psychic. Alolan Abracadabra and Alakazam are Fighting type. Alolan Nidoking and Nidoqueen are Poison Fighting type. Alolan Growlithe and Arcanine are Water type. And Alolan Doduo and Dodrio are Fighting Flying type. That's pretty cool. However, we have nothing to base this off of, so the previous versions of Pokemon which have taken on new forms will only be accessible by bringing in from older games. This looks to be false, actually, because we have seen a normal Meowth in the game. Now, you do come from another region, and this Meowth was shown around your mother, so we're assuming it's a pet Meowth. So that could very, very well be false. But we've also seen a wild Arcanine, a normal Arcanine. So if it's only available by bringing in from older games, I mean, granted, I do have to remember, game footage is not final. So maybe these Pokemon weren't even thought up of by that point. By the point some of these trailers were leaked out, because they were brought to the public's eye. Because these trailers were actually old. They came out in May, June. So I think they came out in June. I can't remember exactly, but those are old trailers, so it's very possible that they made changes. So Furfrou gets new styles. That's kind of to be expected. New cat Pokemon varies in type and appearance based on breeding. I think that would make a lot of sense, and they've kind of sort of did that before, I think, right? Let me think. Varies on type and appearance based on breeding. I mean, appearance, yes. I don't know about type. I'd have to look that up, and I don't have it with me right now, so anything to look it up with. There's a new Snowman Pokemon line with 2 stages, and it is an Ice Ghost type. This has been circulating for a while now, and I think that'd be cool. I would love to see a new Snowman. A real Snowman. Not to get hopes up, but there may be 2 final evolutions for each starter. Now, this is a big maybe. Not even the leak confirms this, and as cool as that would be, I think that's delving a little too far from the norm. But that's just my opinion, so. Moving on. There will be no traditional gyms and no Pokemon League in Alola. Your goal is actually to create one. After you do, an Elite Four will appear, which are the leaders of each island. We've kind of seen that from Hala. We've seen that from another league that I posted in a video about yesterday. And it would make sense because we have the trial captains and no real Pokemon gyms. Now, mind you, this was before trial captains were revealed, actually. So, you know, there's that. Which I'm going to have a whole anime theory later. Well, an anime game involving... I'm going to have a huge theory coming out probably like next week. Anyway, final starter evolutions, Archer, Wrestler, and a Siren. Diamond Stones will be collectible throughout the region, next similarly to Mega Stones, but not exactly. Now, to me, yes, the stones do, but that's kind of to be expected. This is so unbelievably vague. I can't take this one too seriously with how vague it is. So, we're just going to kind of count this one out, I guess, because, I mean, a lot of people probably could have guessed that. A lot of people thought it was Synchro Evolution, which is similar to Mega Evolution, but it isn't Mega Evolution, so, I mean, it's very hard to go wrong with that. So anyway, new Pokemon based on a Dolphin, Sea Cucumber, Snowman, Mushroom, and Rugby Monkey are there. Now, guess what? We've seen that Sea Cucumber with Piumukumu, or whatever the hell its name is. We've seen that Mushroom with Morlo. Yeah. Now all we need is a dolphin snowman and rugby monkey. We've seen 2 of these Pokemon. And I think a mushroom is actually a little surprising to see, considering we already had a Moongus. So, something that actually leads this leak to be seem very legit. Rockruff's evolution is a werewolf that's... I mean, even the Pokemon website has strongly implied that it's a werewolf. It leaves its trainer at night during like a full moon and then returns fully evolved. Like, yes, we know. Now there's a new leak saying that its evolution will depend on your starter, which is definitely very possible. Marshadow, another copyrighted Pokemon name, has a very unique type combo, which really tells us literally nothing. It tells us literally nothing. So, it just has a unique type. What could that mean? Well, Marshadow. I'm in my upcoming theory, which was also a theory originally thought up by Loxton Noggin. Go check out his channel. It's just the end of Pokemon. That's his theory, and it talks about how the Marshadow could be like based off Mars, and it's a Scorpion basically, which a unique type combo. Well, let's be honest, it's an Eclipse. Without a shadow of a doubt, it kind of has to be a Dark type. But with it being this like celestial Mars like Scorpion, representing Mars and death and things like that. I mean, obviously it has to be dark, because it is representing death, and the inevitability of death. So how is that not dark? So I'm thinking its second type would be somewhere along the lines of well, given Mars, maybe a rock dark type. That would be very, very unique. But because Mars is a rock planet, it is the last of the rock planets. However, you could also say it could be a fire dark type. Yes, I know that was in the fake leak, but it's very possible that could be actually true, that it's a fire dark type. Considering Mars has a very orangey surface, it gets very hot during the day. It could also be, I think, an ice type in a way, because Mars is very cold. It's farther from Earth. There's a lot of things that it could be, but a dark ice. Well, wait, dark ice type isn't very unique, so it can't be an ice type. Weavile was dark ice. Never mind then. So I'm thinking dark rock, dark fire. Dark flying was already used. I wonder. I'll have to look into it more, and I'll talk about it in my next theory. So yeah. Am I missing anything else? So I want to say, as you can see here, I'm on PokeJungle. This is where I'm going for these Chinese leaks, because it's a very, very reliable. So thank you, PokeJungle. Anyway, Sun Moon spoilers, Sugimori. This is another thing I had to talk about in this Chinese leaks video. Sugimori blocking fans who tweet leaked starter evolutions. Sugimori-san. Reports have come in of Twitter users being blocked by Ken Sugimori-san, the art director of the Pokemon franchise, for inquiring about or sending pictures of the previously covered starter evolutions. Although there is absolutely no confirmation that these starter evolutions have any legitimacy. It is interesting that he goes so far as to block people if they were fake or fan creations. I'd also like to take a moment to ask you not to tweet at him, because doing so is going to have no positive outcome for you or our community. What do you think? Is this another clue pointing that they're legit? Yes, it is it's a clue that they're pointing legit. These images were also for a time being deleted off the internet. Nintendo and Game Freak were deleting these images. I mean, and Nintendo hasn't been doing a good job with their leaks at all with the Alola region. They've been doing very, very bad this year. So, this isn't the only thing that's been deleted off the internet. I'll talk about another thing that involves Ash and Serena another time. So yeah, but this is one more thing that really strongly hints to this being legit. However, it is still unconfirmed, so take it with a grain of salt, please. Alright, here we go. These leaks are reminiscent of Gen 5. Blah, blah, blah. Yup. Owl 3, Tiger 3, blah, blah, blah. So, Rowlet evolution. Stores arrows in its wings. Orange tips use the vines from the bow as a string. Hood closes around its face when it's unhappy. Litten evolution. New attack or fighting style, Tiger Swing. Fire attacks come from Belt. Attacks seem to be listed, but too hard to read. Yep. More stuff for here. P.S. This was Noivern's reference art for the anime in Gen 5 for comparison. Pretty sure everyone thought this was fake, too. I don't know if that was leaked, though. I don't remember. Anywho. There are also, for the Chinese leaks, I believe they also said that Cynthia makes an appearance in the game. I don't know if this is a Chinese leak or another leak, but they said, I'm pretty sure it's a Chinese leak. They said Cynthia returns to the game, along with Cyrus, you know, Sun and Moon there. Blue makes an appearance. Yes, my boy Blue. Not my boy, but who else? The SSN returns, which I think would be very, very cool. I would very much enjoy that. And they said a few other things that I can't remember off the top of my head. So here's what I was talking about, the Chinese rumors and Google takedowns of Final Starter Evolution. So Chinese rumor about Sun and Moon has seemingly gained credibility after predicting a poison fire type. Yes, that was an old one too. This is why I'm going through all of them, because not each of these articles doesn't say everything that the Chinese leak had. More stuff does continuously come out with that Chinese leak. It successfully predicted a poison fire type before Salandit was announced, I believe. Pokemon which was fulfilled with the reveal of Salandit. Now, I think fire poison was something people wanted for a long time, so I'm not really too surprised by it, but, you know. You can read it below, translated by... Okay. Blah, 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 blah. We already know about this stuff. We already know about this stuff. Blah, blah, blah. It mysteriously disappeared from Google Images. Yeah, so that was a thing that happened. They just removed the images.